What's up, y'all? Obviously, I'm not streaming right now. Y'all see the title, bro. We about to do this SCP-715. Dr. Bob, we about to get straight into it, bro. Before this video starts, go ahead and like it right now. Just like the video, bro. I can't see why you can't like the video. You already here. Just go ahead and like it. I'm gonna wait. Thank you, I appreciate that. But we about to can't even talk. We about to head straight into this. Usually, y'all know I'm over there, twitch.tv/Isaiah Cozy. But today we just gonna be doing it, me and you, and you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and get straight into the reaction, bro. We just gonna be chilling, and yeah, bro, let's go. All right, here we go. Let me go ahead and slap it with a like. Make sure to see what this is talking about. See, let's go.
It's Saturday night, and a teenaged boy and girl are out on a date. They're strolling through a shopping mall with
Shit, she got them little booty shorts on, bitch. She don't got no
plans to see a movie later at the theater attached to the mall. As they walk through the mall waiting for their show to start.
Okay, so she got what? Okay, so I'm confused. Like what? So he got his arm behind her, and she got her arm like these in the back. Like what? I don't understand. Why you holding his hand in the back with your arm over? Like this is not comfortable. Nigga look like he doing yeah, like no, bro. This is not comfortable. Like no. And then he holding the popcorn like these. I know your hand's burning unless the popcorn not fresh. You know what I mean?
The girl spots something. It's a photo booth. She excitedly grabs the boy's hand and pulls him inside. They close the curtain, insert a coin, and the machine comes to life, snapping a series of photos. The two exit the booth. But both seem to be a little off. It's getting close to showtime, though, so they start making their way to the movie theater. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to the mall patrons, something is happening deep below the ground. The boy and girl exit the theater and walk arm in arm through the alley back toward the parking lot where the boy left his car.
So they gotta go through an alley? Y'all couldn't go through like the front? Y'all couldn't park up front? Nah, bro. Nah.
It's late now. The sun has long since set, and they're all alone. But they don't hear the footsteps behind them, or sense the pair of bodies that are following them, getting closer and closer. They get to the car. It's the only one left in the parking lot. And the boy takes out his keys to unlock the car when he fumbles and drops them to the ground. As he bends over to pick them up, he finally sees who has been following them. It's them. A pair of doppelgangers come.
Hey, bro, that's not me. You know what I mean? As soon off the rip, you know what I mean? I always carry something with me. I'm throwing something. Y'all don't got no popcorn, no drink left over, bro. Come on, we not playing these games, bro. Me and my John, we know what's going on, bro.
Coming straight towards them. They look exactly like the boy and girl, except for their faces, which are horribly distorted, with strange lumps and no eyes or mouths. They look as though they were a drawing of a face that was somehow smudged out. The boy quickly gets the key.
Why is the John just standing there staring at him? If you don't get your ass in the car, girl, what are you doing? And he over here like, why aren't you on the passenger side already?
And grabs the girl, dragging her away from the creatures, who are now reaching for the boy and girl, grasping and clawing at their faces as they try to moan through their skin-covered mouths. He gets the car unlocked, and both manage to get inside. As the creatures bang on the windows, the boy starts the engine and drives away.
Listen, while I'm grabbing the engine, my girl better be dialing 911. Yeah, emergency. Hello?
Leaving the abominations behind. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob.
Hi, Bob!
And this is SCP-715, also known as My Face That I May Be. SCP-715 is a take-your-own-photo brand photo booth, a product of the Sony Corporation made in the 1970s. This is a standard-looking photo booth, bearing a close resemblance to the many thousands of others that were in operation around the world at the time, with no anomalous visual characteristics at all. The only detail setting this machine apart from its countless brethren is a small metal tag, which has been added to the back of the machine at some point, but a significant amount of wear has made it impossible to read what, if anything, was ever stamped on the tag. SCP-715's basic operation is also not anomalous in appearance. It will only activate if an individual sits inside and inserts the required coinage, at which point it will take a series of photos, just like a normal photo booth. The photos will also appear normal, though often some will be heavily distorted and obscure the subject's face in various ways. What truly sets this photo booth apart, however, is what happens outside of the booth when the pictures are taken. While the individuals who had their photos taken, classified as SCP-715B instances, are able to exit the booth with no obvious effects, below the mall, deep underground, something truly terrifying takes place. Underneath the mall is Site-81715.
So you telling me none of the mall managers, none of the site managers, nobody has like just a blueprint of the entire, like, you guys never tried to make a downstairs to the mall? Like, y'all never just checked out, like, what's okay.
An extra-dimensional space, which is accessible through a mall maintenance service door located in Sub-Basement 3, a door that does not appear on any of the mall's structural blueprints or in other records.
Okay.
The site consists of a giant cavernous room, which appears to have been hewn right out of the surrounding limestone. In the middle of the room is its most distinguishing feature, a large, deep pit. The walls of the pit are made of an unidentified substance, though it appears similar in both appearance and composition to human fat tissue. These fleshy walls secrete a powerful, corrosive substance, which makes examination and exploration of the pit particularly dangerous. When SCP-715 is activated in the mall above, a humanoid creature, classified as SCP-715A, will appear in this pit. The bodies of these creatures are similar in appearance to the individuals who had their picture taken inside of 715, but their faces are radically different. Each has severe facial disfigurements and abnormalities, such as large growths, deep lacerations, and the absence of facial features. After appearing in the pit, these SCP-715A instances will attempt to scale the fleshy walls of the pit and leave Site-81715. These instances are considered hostile, and Foundation security personnel are authorized to neutralize the creatures by any
they
means
put out
necessary.
a blicky on them?
Further research.
So you could just take these out just with a blicky. Like, they don't got no extraterrestrial powers. All right, for sure. So if a real nigga carrying the strap, it's over.
Into how the SCP-715A entities are formed and what exactly the pit is are ongoing, and it's not currently known how many 715A instances exist down in the pit. With the entities who were able to climb out of the pit able to be relatively easily neutralized by security forces, SCP-715 was originally classified as safe. It was contained at its point of origin within the mall in Ohio, and Foundation personnel posing as mall employees would collect the photos printed by the machine. However, following additional discoveries, this classification necessitated changing. The Foundation began noticing inconsistencies with SCP-715B entities after a researcher tested SCP-715 himself by sitting inside and having his photo taken. Soon after, he began acting in ways that were considered strange, such as when he turned down a promotion to a prominent position with better pay and perks for seemingly no reason, and when he skipped a mandatory site inspection for reality-bending anomalies. After noticing these strange behaviors, a Foundation research head had an anomalous optical enhancement device placed in the oddly acting researcher's bedroom, and learned a surprising truth about the SCP-715A and B.
Can't lie, that rock and roll music in the background kind of go ahead and dummy. You get me immersed. I'm immersed.
Entities. The Foundation had been killing the wrong ones. The device, which could remove anomalous reality-distorting effects from images, showed that the researcher was actually one of the creatures from the pit, with the telltale facial distortions. Following this shocking revelation, the research head used the same device on the creatures still inside the pit underneath the mall. They found that when the anomalous visual effects were removed from the distorted creatures who were trying to get out of the fleshy pit, that they were actually normal-looking humans.
Yo. So that means at the beginning. Yo. Yeah, that's tough. Oh, yo, that's crazy. That's tough. Yo, that's tough. That's crazy.
These SCP-715A entities were the human beings who had entered the photo booth, had their pictures taken, and were somehow transported to the pit. They had been trying to escape their prison and tell the Foundation who they really were, but this only resulted in them being terminated by the on-site security forces. In order to fix this mistake, SCP-715 was hastily reclassified as Keter, and SCP-715 was removed from the mall in order to be stored in a secure locker at Site-19. Research personnel were no longer able to access SCP-715 without special authorization, and study of the interior was limited to what could be done via remote drone use only. The Foundation began rounding up all known instances of SCP-715-B, who were now the ones subjected to immediate termination. Foundation staff did manage to interview one 715-B instance, though, who had been previously believed to be a fellow Foundation researcher. It is unknown exactly what the researcher doppelganger said in that interview, but it must have been extremely serious, as the end result was another complete change in protocol. All attempts to contain and neutralize instances of SCP-715-B would immediately cease, since if there were as many out in the world as the doppelganger claimed, then ultimately, it would better maintain normalcy and ensure the secrecy of SCP-715 if they were allowed to go free. Sadly, the same was not the case for the SCP-715-A instances that still existed down in the pit. The researcher doppelganger advised that it would be unwise to remove them from the pit, and the current Foundation policy is that down in the pit is where they will remain. Following this interview, SCP-715 was reclassified once again as safe. The photo booth was also moved again, this time to a maximum security storage locker at Site-81, and Foundation personnel have been prohibited from interacting with SCP-715-B instances at all. However, there is one more piece of information about SCP-715, and it is only accessible to those with proper security clearance. Another Foundation agent was found to actually be an instance of SCP-715-B and taken into custody for observation. While under surveillance, it was discovered that this instance, classified as SCP-715-B7, was emitting low-level radiation that was somehow directed at Site-81-715, the location of the pit. During an autopsy of the creature, it was found that the radioactive emissions were actually increasing in output and frequency, and soon after, a power outage and containment breach occurred at the site where the autopsy took place. Following these events, the body of SCP-715-B7 disappeared, and video surveillance confirmed that several members of Foundation staff were responsible, all of whom had been involved in SCP-715 research. The staff members escaped with the body and left no other evidence behind, save for a single photo with the ominous text, "My ears that I may hear, my eyes that I may see, my mouth that I may speak. Do not touch my face." No other information regarding SCP-715 has been found, and many questions remain. Just what are instances of 715-B, and what do they want? Are they some kind of hive mind colony that reproduces through the use of a mysterious photo booth? What happens to those left behind in the pit, and what will they do should they ever get out? Investigations are ongoing. Now go and watch another entry from the files of Dr. Bob, and make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a...
Wow. That's tough, bro. That's crazy. Holy. What in the world? Yo, that one is wild. Nah, that's wild. Sheesh, Bob. This one was fire, bro. Bro, make sure y'all go. If you haven't already, make sure you go sub to Dr. Bob. Go like, obviously. You know what I mean? Make sure you like this video as well. Appreciate you guys, especially if you got this far. I'll see you guys in the next one, bro. Peace out, bro. This one is mind-boggling. Holy gosh, bro.